What's up, everybody? This is Tripping Bowser coming here with some Battlefield 3. This is Gunmaster on Scrap Metal, and I made the huge mistake of buying Battlefield Premium. I should have never even considered purchasing it, seeing as I barely even play Battlefield 3. I'm only level 24 or something like that, which just shows how little I play it. And that's mainly due to the fact that I enjoy a faster pace for my gameplay, and Battlefield is traditionally very slow paced, and so I'll play games like Counter-Strike Source or Blacklight Retribution, but EA did pretty much the only thing they could have to get me to spend more money on the Battlefield series, and that is by adding a gun game type. That's what Gunmaster is. It's EA's version of gun game, so I had to try it out because I've said this before, but I love gun game. It's my favorite game type of all time, and I would pretty much buy any first-person shooter that has it just to try it out because I love the game type so much. Although I should have went with my better judgment and known that EA would make a bad version of gun game and save my money, because there's better games I can play right now, like Blacklight Retribution, which I don't have to pay anything to play. But yeah, so mistakes were made. I really should have never bought it. And this particular match is actually the fastest paced match that I played all last night. I played for like 5 hours, only won 3 matches, and this was the fastest paced one there was. It lasted 9 minutes, which is incredibly long for a gun game. Gun game traditionally lasts only like 5 or 6 minutes, so a fast match in Battlefield 3 gun game is around 9 minutes, which is just, you know, really long. It shouldn't last that long. And it's not because there are a bunch of kills I have to go through. I mean, there are only 32 kills, which is not really a huge amount for deathmatch gun game. I mean, Counter-Strike deathmatch gun game is typically around 48 kills, and it goes by pretty darn quickly. But in this, it doesn't go by quickly at all. It's 32 kills in 9 minutes. That's pretty ridiculous. I mean, most of the matches I played were 15 minutes plus. And that's because most of the time I spent, or everybody spent, was just running around trying to find another enemy to get in a gunfight with, because the maps are huge. This is the smallest map there is out of the 4. Yeah, there are only 4 maps right now in close quarters, which is just ridiculous. Because, I mean, that's going to get boring extremely quickly. They should have debuted with like 10 maps or something like that. And I mean, who knows if they're going to even add more maps in the future. So 4 maps, that's going to get boring extremely quickly, and these maps are all too big, and this is the smallest one, so the other ones are even bigger, and they're all too big for a gun game, because you're spending most of your time just running around trying to find your next gun battle. So even the best shooters, and I'm not counting myself among them, I'm pretty noobish when it comes to Battlefield 3, but even the best shooters that are really good at the gunplay in Battlefield aren't necessarily going to win the match, because if they're not good at finding enemies quickly, then they're going to lose because they're just not able to progress because they can't find enemies to kill. So I'd spend like over a minute of time each time I spawn sometimes just running around and not being able to find a single enemy, which is just retarded because, you know, gun game is all about fast-paced action. You shouldn't run around for more than 10 seconds before you find an enemy to get in a gun battle with, which is why I'm really upset. It's my biggest gripe or whatever with Battlefield gun game, is the amount of time I just spend running around not even seeing any enemies. And I guess they could fix this by potentially switching it from team-based to free-for-all. But since it is team-based, and I doubt they're switching it, you pretty much have to play in a 32-man server. This server I'm playing in right now is a 32-man server, and is the only way you can get fast-paced gameplay. Because otherwise, if you play in a 24-man or 16-man server, the matches last incredibly long because the maps are way too big for 16 or 24 players, and you're just spending all your time running around trying to find enemies. And it sucks, especially when you just run around and you've been running around for like over a minute, and then someone just turns up behind you and kills you, and so you're just like, oh, now I have to spend an extra minute just to find the next enemy, and hopefully I see them first. So yeah, that's just ridiculous. And another thing I noticed is that all the servers have the same exact configuration for the gun list and all the attachments for the guns, which makes me believe that the people that are running the servers do not have the option to change the gun order, which is bad because you know, everybody who runs the server should be able to pick what the gun order is, so that way they can have it, you know, play the way they enjoy, and also that creates a variety of different gun game servers, because the way it's set up right now is it is set up with the weaker weapons going into the more powerful. So servers should have the option to choose to go from maybe random or most powerful to least powerful, or whatever they want to do. And as you can see, I've had guns with ACOG scopes, which kind of sucks because I don't like using ACOG scopes. There's nothing I can do about it because that's just what the way the game is configured. So I'm hugely disappointed by this this gun game. It's not fun whatsoever. And so I regret my purchase. I would not recommend anyone who wants to try out premium for gun game to try it out, because it's not worth it. But if you like, you know, regular Battlefield 3, then I guess you would try it out. But for gun game, it's just awful. So sorry, but this was kind of a rant video, and just shows how I feel about it. But anyways, it's the end of the video. See you guys later, and have a good one. Bye. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment and a rating. Plus, if you liked my video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check out one of my previous videos.